1, 2, buckle your shoe. If you don't get an ace, then a deuce will do. On Card Sharks. And here's the host of Card Sharks, Jim Perry.
Thank you, Bettina. Thank you very much, and welcome to Card Sharks. Nice to have you here. Thank you. You're very kind. Yeah, if you don't get an ace, a deuce will do very nicely. Thank you, Treg Brown of Irvine, California, for the opening poem. And now let's get to the cards. Jeannie and Bettina, if you will, start loading in the cards. As you can see, we have a game in progress with these Card Sharks. Erlene Ogawa, our champion. Hi, Erlene. Nice to see you again. Won't you again remind us about yourself?
Oh, I'd love to. I'm Erlene Ogawa. I am a housewife and mother from Chino, originally from a western state called California. I'm very active in parent participation nursery school, and any of you that have ever done that, you know that takes almost all your time.
Oh, yes.
But when I
yes.
get time, I like to play bridge, and I like to ski, and I like to bowl.
Isn't that nice? And you're a good player here. You've won $2,800 in cash. Doing well.
Thank you.
Our challenger, Laura Davick.
Hi.
Hello, Laura. Nice
Hi,
to see you again.
To meet you. My name's Laura Davick. I'm a native Californian from Laguna Beach. I enjoy diving, all kinds of water sports. I have a pet shark that sleeps with me in my bedroom, which is kind of interesting.
Well, don't go by that so fast, Laura. You have what?
A pet shark.
In your bedroom?
Named Card.
Card shark.
Card
I
shark.
see. How did you get the idea of a pet shark?
Oh, I caught him on a pier in Ventura about 6 months ago, and I had him ever since.
And you must have
He's
a
sick
big,
tonight, though.
You must have a big tank.
80-gallon saltwater aquarium.
80 and he's not feeling too well.
No, he's
Oh,
coming down with something. I don't know.
Sorry to hear that. That's a strange pet, Laura. Good luck to both of you.
Thank you.
The cards have been shuffled. The players cut the cards. Erlene, the champion, plays the upper cards, the red deck. She has a king there as a base card. Laura, the challenger, plays the lower cards, the blue deck. And she's uncovered 3 cards. She's got a 10 now as her base card, needing 2 for the first game of the best 2 out of 3 match. We'll pick up where we left off with a question to you, Laura. Laura, we asked 100 single women. Did your mother ever tell you, if you got it, flaunt it? How many single women got that advice?
Well, my mom always said, take advantage of your height. She's in the audience here tonight. But I'd say...
That's not quite the same, I don't think, Laura.
I'd say relatively low. I'd say 31.
31 single women were told by mom, if you got it, flaunt it.
Question? I wish I knew if the single women were, you know, the younger women or a little bit older women.
There's
because
100
you know,
single women.
Thanks a lot. I'm going to say it's higher.
Higher.
Right.
If it is higher, you'll get to play your deck first. If not, it'll be Laura. And the actual number of single women whose mother told them, if you got it, flaunt it, is 20. It's not higher, it's lower, Laura. Yeah. Moms don't say things like that. I've got a teenage daughter, and I say, if you got it, cover it up. Okay, Laura, you've got a 10. You want to play it or change it?
Jim, I'd like to change that 10, please.
Whenever you win the question, you have the right to change it, so the 10 becomes a king. Good change.
I'll go lower.
Lower than a king. Oh, no, an ace. Oh, and that gives Erlene a free chance to play off the king and call this.
Oh, Lord.
Lower than a king.
Right.
Yes, a 7.
Freeze it.
You'll freeze. Moving over the freeze bar. Can't take those cards away.
Nope.
And we'll fill in that space with the next card off the top of your deck, Laura. Here's a question to you, Erlene. We asked 100 men who have a woman boss. Do you think you could do your boss's job better than she can?
Oh.
How many men said they could do a better job than their woman boss?
I love men. I really do, but I really
We're
think...
glad to hear that, Erlene.
I really think they could do a better job. So I know it's over half. Let's say 71.
71
I really feel it.
men who have a woman boss say they could do the job better.
Well, the male ego is at stake, even though I think it'll be a little bit lower.
Lower.
Yes.
Kind of 50-50 with our friends in the audience. The actual number of men who said they could do their boss's job better than she can is 35, very much lower. Laura. They were a little bit more honest than you thought they'd be, Arlene. You've got a king, Laura.
I'll keep that and I'll go lower.
Lower
Gotta
than
be
a king.
lower.
And this time it's very much lower.
Higher!
Higher for the first game of the match. Yes! Laura wins game 1 and $100. Game 2 will be coming up right after we take time out for this commercial break. And we're back. Challenger is game one at $100. Jeannie has dealt out the cards. The same two decks of cards. Those are the next cards off the top of the deck. So if you can remember what's been played, it is often a help. Laura, the question goes to you. So we start game two. We asked 100 married women. If your daughter could marry a man who would be wonderful to her, but terrible to you, would you want her to get married anyway? How many women said they would want their daughter to marry the man anyway?
I don't think so. I think that'd be relatively low. My mother has to kind of screen all of my dates, and so I think that would be relatively low.
Would you say that if Mom wasn't here today?
Maybe not though. I'll say 27.
27 women said they would want their daughter to marry the man, even though she would be, or he would be terrible to the mother.
I'm a mother, and I'm a lot older than Lori. I'm old enough to be her mother. And I'm telling you, I want my daughter's happiness. It's higher. Oh, please, it's higher.
Higher.
Yes, definitely higher.
Well, the actual number of devoted mothers who would want their daughter to marry a man who would be wonderful to her but terrible to them is 76. Very much higher. Arlene, yes.
Thank goodness.
And Arlene, you start this game with a 4.
Ooh, I'm going to keep that card, Jim, and make it higher, please.
Higher than a 4. Yes, an 8.
Oh, please.
Don't like those 8s, huh? Right up the middle. Don't want to play that. And the next question comes up, and as we move over the freeze bar, Arlene, we asked 100 third grade girls. Which would you rather be, Miss America or President of the United States? How many third grade girls said they would rather be Miss America?
Oh, wow. I'm trying to remember with my children in third grade what they thought. Do they think of the beauty or do they think of the...
Beauty of the Beast? Why, is that what you were going to say?
No, I guess it's the president thing. Jim, the question
How many
is
would
let
rather
me-
be Miss America?
45.
45 third grade girls would rather be Miss America, Laura.
I think the third grade girls would be going more for the glamour, and I think it would be a little bit higher.
Even higher than that.
Uh-huh.
The actual number of third grade girls who would rather be Miss America is 86. Very much higher, Laura. They also might not want that difficult job, too. Laura, you're starting with a queen.
I'll keep it and go lower.
Lower than a queen. Oh, no, another ace. Laura gets the aces at the wrong time. That gives Arlene a free chance to play off the 8 and call the next card. Higher than an 8. Oh, yes, it is a 9. Freezing again, taking that one card advantage. And the question to you, Laura. We asked 100 married women. Listen to this. If you found a piece of paper in your husband's pocket with a woman's first name and a phone number written on it, would you dial the number just to see who answered? How many married women said, yeah, they'd dial that number?
That's a tough question. I don't think very many would dial the number, but I think all of them would probably talk to their husband about it. I'd say 20 would dial the number.
20 would dial the number, Arlene.
Oh, we keep talking about the women bosses, but then I guess they would know the name. All right, I'm going to go with you guys higher.
Going with the audience, huh?
Yeah.
Holding them directly responsible.
Oh, I'll meet you afterwards if we're wrong.
Well, let's see if we have to replace them or not after
Okay.
this. The actual number of married women who would dial the number is 37. The audience is right. Arlene, now you can change the 9 if you'd like.
Would you please? Thank you.
And the next card off the top of the deck is a king, a great chain.
Good card, Lord.
Lower than a king, a 3. Higher than a 3 to tie things up. And Arlene ties it up. Each player with one game and $100. And now we will set up for the tiebreaker. Just 3 questions here, and ladies, if you will, we'll set up just 3 cards up there for the tiebreaker. Someone gets a crack at the money cards very quickly. Question 1 to you, Arlene. We asked 100 women. When a girlfriend compliments you on a dress, have you actually said, what, this old rag? How many women have said that?
Oh, wow. I don't know. I really don't know. Okay. No, I think we're kind of conscious. I think that they're going to accept it graciously. I really do. And so how many have said it's a
How many
rag?
have said, what, this old rag?
It's low. 27.
27. Laura?
I go along with Arlene's reasoning, but I think it might be just a little bit higher.
Higher.
Just a little bit higher.
Does that mean you've said that, Laura?
No.
The actual number of women who have said, what, this old rag is 33. Laura, you're right, it's higher. And the challenger gets a free chance, the first chance of the 5.
I'll change that card, please.
Big change then, changing the 5 to a 2.
Woo! Great. Higher, higher.
Higher than a 2. Yes, a 6.
Higher.
You're going to risk
Higher.
it. We have a new champion if this is higher than a 6. And it is. Laura wins the championship. Congratulations, Laura. Erlene, thank you. You've been a delight, and you're leaving us with $2,900.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for me, Erlene. Erlene Ogawa. Come on down here, Laura. Well, now you're going to get a chance to go for some medicine for the shark, right? That'll be coming up right after we take time out for this commercial break. Congratulations. Back with our new champion, Laura Davik, who is $200 richer. Laura, are you nervous? Your hands?
Just a little.
You're going to relax over there going for the big money?
Yeah, I'm going to break it. I'm gonna get,
That's the way.
get it
Go for
all.
the big calls. Let's open the board and get to the money cards. Come on, Laura. Yeah, we're going to be nice and relaxed, make all the right calls, and make a lot of money. And the money cards have been shuffled and cut. We'll give you $200 of new money and these 3 cards on the bottom level. And you can bet them as you will. When you move up to the second level, we'll give you another $200 of betting money. And once again, 3 more cards. Your minimum bets are $50 until you get to the top card, the big bet. There you must risk at least half the money.
Okay.
Good luck, Laura. We're with
Thank
you.
you.
Here's $200. And remember, you have a choice of 3. You have a choice of base cards on each of our 3 levels if you need to. I hope you don't. Hope you get good cards. $200, you start with a 10.
I'd like to change that, Jim.
Got to play this one. And it is, another 10. Well, you've got $200 and a 10, Laura. What's your call?
I'm going to go $50 and it's lower.
$50. That this card is lower than a 10. And it is with a 9. $250.
I'll go another $50 lower.
Let's get it much lower.
Much
$50
lower.
lower
Come
than a
on,
9.
2.
Oh, a king.
That's a good card, though.
Card with $200.
I'll bet it all that it's lower.
All of it, $200 lower than a king. Laura, that is the
that's a
third
good
time
card. That's a
you've
good
had
card.
aces come up at the wrong times, but you're still in it with that ace because we give you $200 of betting money on the next level. You're back in with an ace.
All of it lower. I've got to make some money.
Let's have an ace go right for you for once, Laura. Lower for $200. Yes, $400 and an 8.
I'll go $50 lower.
$50 lower than an 8. Yes, a 5.
I'll go 150 higher.
Pretty good size bet on the 5. $150 higher than a 5. A 3. Laura, doggone it. But again, a pretty good car going up for the big bet. You've got
All of it
$300.
higher. All of it higher.
Well, with the way these cards have fallen, if you can turn this over for $600, that's a good comeback. Let's do it. Higher than a 3 for $600 or nothing. Yes, she did it. That's a good comeback. You got some tough calls there. Come on down here, Laura. But $600 is a good comeback. $200 in the game. That's $800 for this first match. Congratulations.
That's super.
We'll meet a new challenger right after this commercial break. 3 times aces fell wrong for you. Oh, usually the best card in the deck. Laura, Jeannie will start dealing out 2 brand new decks of cards, and we'll meet a new challenger on Card Sharks. Alan Cohen. Hello, Alan. Nice to meet you.
Glad to meet you.
Won't you tell us a little about yourself, sir?
I sure will. I'm a pension consultant. I live in Tarzana, California, originally from Michigan. Married, 2 children, and I'm a magician.
A magician.
A magician.
Our producer is also an amateur magician. He loves that.
I heard.
Yes. Have you touched our cards other than to cut them, Alan?
Just to cut them.
Okay. Good luck, Alan. You'll play the lower deck, the blue deck, and Laura, the champion, the upper cards, the red cards. Laura, we asked 100 single women. Have you ever said to a man at a dance, let's sit this one out, my feet are killing me, when you really meant that his feet were killing you? How many single women said that's happened to them?
I'm sure it's happened quite a few times. Just recently, a couple nights ago, I was out dancing, and that was my excuse. My feet hurt. I just gotten off work, and I think that's going to be, I'd say 33.
33 women have said my feet are killing me when actually he was stumbling all over them, Alan.
Well, I'll tell you, knowing what diplomats women are and seeing the discos around, I would have to say it's much higher.
Higher than
Higher, yes.
Well, the
hope.
actual number of single women who were nice enough to say, my feet are killing me is 45. You're
All
right, Alan.
right.
It's higher.
Okay.
Yes.
Here we
And
go.
the challenger starts off
Give me a
with
good one. All
ace.
right, that's it. Lower.
lower than an ace. Yes, a jack.
Okay. One more time. Lower.
Gonna risk it. Lower than a jack. It is
All
a 4.
right. Well, let's see if I gave him a good cut. One more time.
Gonna risk those 2 cards and this one. You say higher, did you?
Higher.
Alan? Yes, I
Yes,
saw you motion.
higher.
Higher than a 4.
Oh!
Another 4. And that's the chance you take. You lose all 3 cards back to the base card. Laura gets a free chance to play a 4.
Higher. Let's go
Higher
higher.
than a 4. And
Higher.
hers is higher.
Higher again.
Risking it higher than a 6. A 7.
Oh, freeze.
And Alan, we have to fill in 3 big spaces for you. Your first question. Alan, we found 100 house husbands. These are all men who stay home and take care of the house and kids while their wife works. And we asked them, are you the boss in your house? How many house husbands said yes, they were?
Okay, I would say that if I stayed home, even though I was taking care of the house, I would still have to feel that I was the boss. So I think it would be on the higher side. I would say about 65.
65 men said they are the boss.
Takes a certain type of a man to be able to do that. Oh, gosh. It would be much higher, I think. I think the man would still be the boss.
Higher. The actual number of house husbands who are the boss in their house is 76. Laura, you're right. It is higher. You've got a 7.
Change it. Get rid of it.
Changing the 7 to a 6. A little better.
I'll go higher.
Higher than a 6. Oh, no, another 6. It's not higher, and this time Alan gets a free chance to play off the ace, calling this
Lower.
lower than an ace. It is a 10.
All right, I'm going to freeze.
You're going to freeze.
I'm going to freeze. Got busted last time.
Once burned and twice.
That's it.
Question goes to you, Laura. Laura, we asked 100 8th grade boys and girls in Phoenix, Arizona. Do you think you'll ever be as old-fashioned as your parents? How many 8th graders said they'll never be that old-fashioned?
You mean like mom and dad? No way. I'll say
How many said they'll never be that old-fashioned?
never be that way. I'd say 21. 21.
21 said they'll never be as old-fashioned as mom and dad, Alan.
You know, I don't consider my parents to be old-fashioned, but I said the same thing. It's got to be higher.
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 The actual number of 8th graders who said they'll never be as old-fashioned as their parents is 89. Very much higher, Alan. You've
Jim,
got a 10.
I'd like to change it.
Changing the 10 to a 5.
Okay. Higher, Jim.
Higher than a 5. No, a 4. But you were protected from going back too far this time. Laura with a 6. Call this.
I'll go higher, Jim.
Higher than a 6. A 3 is not higher. Again, you have to fill in the spaces where it's sudden death. Someone has to win with this play of the cards. Alan, we asked 100 married men. Do you say nasty things about your mother-in-law behind her back? How many married men admitted they do?
How about in front of them?
How many?
I would say that generally speaking, there's got to be one time or another that a married man would say something bad about his mother-in-law, even though they could be the sweetest person in the world. I would say the number would be 60.
60. Laura?
There's a thing about mother-in-laws, and everyone knows that they're always putting them down. I say it's a little bit higher.
Higher than that? The actual number of married men who say nasty things about their mother-in-law behind her back is 22. Not higher, it's lower. Alan. Now, Alan, you have a 5. You need 3 cards. Laura has a 6. She needs 2. You've got control. Do you want to play it or pass it?
I'm going to have to pass it.
All right, Laura, you cannot change it. You've got a 6. Turn them both over. You've won the game. One mistake, and Alan wins it with a 6. Call this.
It's got to be higher.
Higher than a 6. It is a 9. 1 to go.
Base card, higher.
You're going
Base
against
card.
the odds. She says higher for the win. No, it's lower. And Alan wins it in sudden death. Laura took a chance going against the odds, and it did not pay off. Game 1 of the Challenger. We'll be right back right after this. Well, we've run out of time. I got a couple of seconds. I wanted to ask you, Laura, with the pet shark, was the pet shark in your bedroom something your mother insisted on?
No,
No, was it?
no.
We'll all be back next time. Hope you'll join us when once again we'll be playing Card Sharks. Bye-bye.
A representative of the studio audience will receive a written house home communicator system. Enjoy entertainment communications door entry security. Also, Williamsburg clock chimes with 8-note Westminster melody furnished by Rittenhouse. And some of our contestants will receive an assortment of exciting Maybelline eye, face, and nail cosmetics featuring new nail color. Protects and colors nails instantly furnished by Maybelline. And a set of mugs, a Nescafe regular and Nescafe decaffeinated instant coffee. If Nescafe can please the whole wide world, we can sure please you. And Polyglide coat protection for your car. A heat-activated formula that penetrates, protects. Polyglide coat won't let Mother Nature rip you off. Available at new car dealers everywhere. And a pen set and pledge, the furniture polish that picks up fingerprints and smudges and gives your furniture clean, natural beauty every time you dust. This is Gene Wood speaking for Card Sharks. A Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.